Thank you so much to Card Market for sponsoring today's video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. My name is Filipa. Today I'm going to be playing standard best of 1 with mono black control. Before I start, let me just say that I'm still on vacation. That means that I'm still recording from my laptop, so sorry if the quality is not as good as always. I hope it's still good enough. But let's start here with this deck tag. This deck is quite evil. You know that I've been a fan of Ugin. I feel like since Tarkir's Dragonstorm arrived, I've been brewing a lot with this card. I think it's fantastic, and I think it needs to be explored. You know that the meta is quite fast, so it's difficult to take full advantage of Ugin, but I really like the part where it says whenever you cast a spell, exile up to one target permanent, that's one or more colors, and whenever you cast a colorless spell, exile up to one target permanent, that's one or more colors. So if you cast other permanent colorless spells while Ugin is on the board, you're going to be exiling more and more things, and I think that's just an insane thing to do in this meta. So I decided to brew a bit with it, and I found some artifacts that can go really well in mono black. Starting here with the Mazemind Tome, I'm playing 4 of. I feel like this card was once great in standard. You see it play a lot in blue-white control decks. It just gives you some card advantage or some scry, and eventually it gains you life, which is very important against aggro. If you're playing against aggro, do not feel shy to use the scry ability, because as soon as this gets out of the board with 4 counters, you gain 4 life. That can be the 4 life that make it or break it. After that, we have also Solemn Simulacrum to give you some ramp, so you can also cast the Ugin early on if possible. Ghost Vacuum, we have 2 of those. Actually, Ghost Vacuum is really good in this meta. There's a lot of reanimation going on, there's a lot of shenanigans with the graveyard, and you're going to say no with Ghost Vacuum. We also have 4 Fleshgorgers, so the curve is more like this, because Fleshgorger is 3 mana if you think about it. And again, it's a colorless spell that you can prototype to be less mana. Another advantage of the Fleshgorger is that sometimes you cast it for 3, they destroy it, and then you're able to use this, because it's a 7 mana cost spell, you're able to use that for the collect evidence of Deadly Cover-Up, which I'm playing 4 of because the meta is quite intense and there's a lot of aggro decks, so I feel like sometimes only Deadly Cover-Up can save me from some situations. We of course have a bunch of removal that we were already running before. I think the new add-up is this new card from Tarkir, which is Strategic Betrayal. Again, a bit of graveyard hate. Target opponent exiles a creature they control, so they sacrifice something, but exiling it, and their graveyard. So exiling the graveyard, really good effect. We also have Liliana, so Liliana of the Veil and Liliana Dreadhorde General. This Liliana, especially the 6 mana, is a good card to get from Breach the Multiverse, which I'm playing 2 of. Keep in mind that Breach the Multiverse, of course it's good to get Ugin, but you're not getting the cast effect of Ugin because you're not casting it. You still get your Planeswalker with 7 loyalty and you can do all the abilities, but you just don't get to exile something when it enters the battlefield, which is totally fair, and sometimes you can get something really good from your opponent's deck as well. I'm playing 1 Aclazotz. Aclazotz is a card that I feel like it played a lot in the past and it stopped, but I don't know why, because it's a 5 mana 4/4 flyer lifelink that does stuff and keeps coming back. I feel like Aclazotz does have a place in the meta, so I decided to play just 1 off here in the curve. Same with Sheoldred, stopped playing, but I still think it's a very good card that deserves the place in standard, and I decided to take a chance on it, especially because we have so much card draw with the Tomb and with Ugin and all of those stuff. So definitely Sheoldred can be important to gain us some life. I'm very excited to play this deck. I always love to play mono black. I feel like this card has been a bit all over the place before. Then we had the mono black demons, but I really like this mono black control. So if you like mono black and if you like control, make sure to thumbs up. And yeah, let's play some games. I go first. I keep it. We have removal, we have Mazemind for the card draw. They have what? Nothing. Llanowar Elf. Cut down that Llanowar Elf immediately. Feels good. So I actually am going to scry with this tome. Usually I prefer to not, but I really want to make sure that I try to find a land on top of my library. Okay, that works. We get the land, and I'll go for the Fleshgorger, and I'm going to scry again actually. Luckily for me, Golgari usually plays Cut Down, which doesn't take care of Fleshgorger and what's the other one? go for Throat, which also doesn't take care because this is an artifact. Yeah, kind of a waste of these tomes, but it's okay. So I can go for Throat that and draw a card then in their turn. They have Soulstone Sanctuary, so probably they are playing the demon version, so we might expect a 6/6 very soon. They don't have it yet, that's good for me. Okay, maybe they're struggling with mana, which makes me want to use this cut down, but let me just maximize my mana, optimize it, let's say. I will cut this down. I feel like the Betrayal can get me further. Let's attack with the Fleshgorger, and I'll draw with the Tomb. I want to get one of my Planeswalkers, one of my Lilies, maybe Ugin even. Because they have the card draw with these Dread Knights. So let's draw. This is my last extra draw from the Tome, which is a bit sad, but it did its work. Ooh, Liliana is so good, but unfortunately I don't have mana for it yet. I have to wait one more turn. Because it's exiled, they don't get to play it again. So worst case scenario, I Deadly Cover Up. Best case scenario, I Lily. That takes care of the Fleshgorger. We did get Lilies, so let me attack. Or try to. It has mana, so it doesn't matter. I will Lily minus, I guess, to draw. They can Soul Sanctuary to kill the Lily, but I think that's worth it for me. Another Tomb is okay. Yep, they go for that, but that will tap them. Ooh, Aclazotz is one of the best cards I could have asked right now. Restless Cottage is good, but it's tapped. That's fine. It comes back as a land. I'm okay with that. I'm at 36, so still chilling. Ghost Vacuum is pretty decent. This is one or few. Okay, so that's not going to happen yet. Let me draw, see what I draw. Okay. So the mana for Ugin is here, if I get there. If they want to activate more, like another Soulstone Sanctuary, that would be great, because I do have the Deadly Cover Up. Ooh, they go for it. Kind of sad for them, but good for me. So let's see what I can exile with this Ghost Vacuum. Let's get the Dread Knight. Okay, let's do this. I can get the Lily as the payoff, the pay thing. And I guess I'll exile the Go for Throat. Not that it matters too much. Yeah, so they do have the demon package. I'm not surprised about that. So they go for the 6/6 before they activate the other side. What can I exile? Can I exile something from my grave? Yeah, I can exile the Fleshgorger. I will do that. I'll Deadly Cover Up again. I guess get rid of the sanctuaries. Not that they do that much, but I'll have to pass though. I need to draw Ugin, because otherwise this Unholy Annex starts getting so much value. Okay, they decide to go for the Restless. Restless to say that it's fine. I'm at 27. Kinda wanna draw though with the Tome. Maybe I'll get an answer. That's good. Finally we're talking. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So let's get that. Let's plus. Drawing a land is not exactly where I want to be, but it's fine. They might attack again with the Restless to Ugin, but it's going to be an O+ battle. This Ugin is just going to give me so much value. Okay, they go for it. I can know where to run it. It's not dying, but honestly, it's less damage. Sure. Okay, let's Lily. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's plus Lily. Let's see what they probably discard Cut Down. Yeah, that makes sense. I can still draw with the Tomb. I don't know. It's a matter of time until they concede, I think. Okay. Probably they just go for Lily. Let me just see if there's something I can do about that. Maybe I'll top deck a Go for Throat. Okay, that's fine. Can't have it all. Go for Throat, okay. Bye, Lily. You did a good job. You really did. And food token. 3 life. Okay. I have another Lily. That's funny. I could vacuum and destroy something, but I can't because they don't have any colorless thing. They have been saving up these Archfiends of the draws for some reason. Nobody knows. I think I'll take the second Ghost Vacuum. Now I do have the Anoint with Affliction to take care of the land. Sure. Let's pass to attackers because otherwise they can use these mana to activate the other one. I don't care about the food tokens too much. I'll just win the game sooner or later. I guess it's sooner. GG, good job. Ugin is great. Just going to say that right there. I go first. I'm going to keep it. Got some removal. I could go for the Ghost Vacuum, but I don't know what they're playing, so let's see. Botanical Sanctum. Okay. I think actually Ghost Vacuum should be good against this deck. Now, I'm very far from casting my spells though, like Aclazotz and Deadly Cover-Up. But honestly, this Ghost Vacuum is going to make them things awkward for them because they want to get as many instants and sorceries in the graveyard as soon as possible. So that they can get the... Ooh, they got all instants and sorceries? That's bad for me. Like, I'm going to do this now because I really want to delay the... crabs. Whatever that is. So right now they have 2 mana discount. That's not too bad. And at least now I know for sure that I can get to my Deadly Cover-Up or Aclazotz when I need to. They might have Seed of Hope, I guess. Oh, they have Bushwalk, that makes sense. So they can get a land. Okay. At least Anointed with Affliction is decent, so they have 3. Should I do it now? Maybe. I think they have the Flood Maw. Yeah, I think they have Into the Flood Maw. So the crabs are, I think 7. Oh no. That was bad. Okay, you know what? Actually no, because I'm going to go for the Deadly Cover-Up first, I guess, then. Oh yeah, especially now that I have another one, that's fine. Okay, so right now they only have 1 instant and 1 sorcery. The Aclazotz should be good enough to finish them, although they have this town in big enough. Ghost Vacuum is MVP this game, I must say. Also, I'm lucky that they didn't have any up the beanstalk yet. Usually that's what gets the card draw going. Sure, so they analyze the pollen. That costs 7, and they have right now 2 mana discount, so not enough. Force. Okay, they are 1 off to playing the crab. Good for me. Obviously, I want to see what they target to get it. That was just wasted mana on their side. So, good for me. Let's go for the Aclazotz. Again, they cannot cast. They're really locked. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This costs 7. So they can cast it, but they have to cast it now before I exile the things. Or they can exile and do it in response, but then I can attack already. So if they want to do this, they have to do it now. Tap my Aclazotz, but then I attack with it. And I definitely want to attack with it. They then discard a card. If it's a land, where is it? If it's a land, I make a 1/1. If they don't discard, I draw a card. Oh, they haven't summoned. That's a bit annoying. So they can do this still, or no? Yeah, they can still do it. Okay. I can Deadly Cover-Up and get rid of the crabs. Because then it's like, what's their win con? Right? They just have the Tolarian Terrors. Okay, they still have 1 Tolarian Terror, but that's fine. And they have a Bushwalk. Okay. This is 7, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can cast it, but they'll spend all their mana for it. Damn, this Ghost Vacuum is an MVP. I'm just going to say that. I'm still not winning that much, by the way, but I do have Aclazotz, which I believe will win me the game. They have analyzed the pollen, that's fine. They can fight the terror with my Aclazotz, but then I get the Aclazotz back, I guess, so it's not the end of the world. Tome is nice as well. I'm not going to do this yet, because I can do it in response of them doing the Storm Chase talent if they want to try to go for it. I really think they might try to fight here. Oh, they haven't summoned? Okay. That's fine. They can just max this one, right? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery to... I would have done that. Ooh, Lily's so good. Let me go for Lily instead. So we can Lily minus... Get rid of their win con. Even I can exile it with the Ghost Vacuum if I want to make a 1-1 eventually out of it. This deck relies so much on these graveyard things that it's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, they go for these so they can start making others. Fair enough. Can even anoint it with Affliction. They get a basic. We kill the otter. We play a land. We Aclazotz. We Tomb. We plus Lily. They discard the only last card they have, which is Up the Beanstalk. See, if they had Up the Beanstalk in the beginning of the game, this would have been very different. But they didn't, so good for me. Maybe they try to go for the... Yeah, let's see what they choose. Let's get that unsummon. They have different style unsummons. And I don't want to use this, I just want to use it to draw. Ooh, I like that a lot. Such a big Liliana fan. It's unfair how much of a fan of Liliana I am. What is this card? Okay, they did get Up the Beanstalk now, so maybe they can make a little comeback. If they have this Towning big enough, I think that would be the best draw for them. Not a talent, not exactly what they need, but not bad. So they only have Unsummon and Bushwalk left. They attack my Lily. I'll probably block it because blocking makes me draw a card. This Lily says whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. So let's protect our Lily. Also, have you seen this Liliana ultimate? It's insane. We got a land, so fine, I guess. Let's draw. Let's exile something. If I could get my Ugin. They were like, I had enough, which is fair. Which is fair. That's usually how I go about these decks that they're playing. They start doing Up the Beanstalk, this town ain't big enough with Storm Chase, and I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I go first, which is great. I like my hand, honestly. We do have Board Wipe, which can always be useful. Some removal. Lily and Sheoldred are pretty good against control decks as well. So I'm happy about that. They mull though. That's good for me. Not great for them though, but we will take it. Yeah, that's a rough mull to 5. I've lost and won games that I started mulling, so they're playing. Okay. Botanical Sanctum? Is this the not Golgari? Sultai, okay, fine. Some reanimation shenanigans. That's why they move so aggressively in these decks. I like Breach, but not so early on. Do I want to help them with my Liliana? I don't know if I do.
And you think you can win? You won't be outsmarting me.
How bad can it be? Okay, that's actually fine. Squirming emerges, can't really get anything yet. Damn, these fairies are just not getting stuff. That's bad for them. I'll get rid of the Nowhere to Run, I guess. They only have 2 cards left. Okay. think they got a bit unlucky also because of the mole, but then also these Peacock pranksters didn't eat anything. That feels bad. Because in this deck you have a lot of things that you want to get there. They do have Omniscience though. Wait, I think I spoke too soon. They have Omniscience, but even if they get Omniscience, they then have one card left. It needs to be, I don't know, something really good. What is that? Discard a card. Okay, I'll discard the Fleshgorger. I think I'll keep my Lily. Which permanent do they? Okay. Because then with Lily I can make them discard. Yeah, they were like, nah. But that was scary. You see an Omniscience in the graveyard and you're like, I don't like that one bit. I go first, okay. I love my curve here, not going to lie. And honestly, Tomb is growing on me. This card, like, I put it in the deck mainly because of Ugin, but just works well. Ugh. Talked a bit too soon. I don't like that. I guess we'll both try to discard each other, which, funny enough... See what they discard. Okay, they discard a land, makes sense. The Tomb is good against this card though, I'll have to say that. Tiny Bones is okay, I guess. Couldn't care too much, sure. I don't mind blocking with my Simulacrum if needed. I guess never mind. So do I minus here? Because they're... Guess I do. Because I do have Breach. So I wanna be able to try to cast it later. I'm very close actually. So the bat takes the Breach, but I minus the bat. I minus Lily, get my Breach back. If I need to, I guess. Yeah. Another Tomb, okay. Let me play Tomb. I'm actually going to plus Lily this turn, and then I can get something from this Tomb. They discarded the land, okay. They have 4 mana, 2 cards, and they can activate the Bandit's talent. Sheoldred is... Oh no, why did I do that? That was a mistake. I should have drawn the card first. It's okay. Well, actually it's not okay. I'm losing life that I didn't need to, but okay. I think in the end of the day, since I still win this game, most likely. But it was a bad mistake. I lost 4 life that I didn't have to. They might go for the... Yeah, they go for the Sheoldred. Sure, I respect that. I will gain life from these tomes now because of Sheoldred, so that's good. Go for Throat, so let me draw to gain life. Not forgetting this. Ooh, Lily is good. And do I scry or... I don't think it's needed. Interesting. I'll plus. And on their turn I cut down these, get my Breach back. Okay, they have 1 card left. How bad can it be? If I lose because of 4 life, because I was not careful with that Sheoldred, I'll be mad at myself. But hopefully that will not happen. What does that do? There sacrifices half of their... Okay, sure. I sacrifice, but I draw a card. I don't know. That's fine. I'll let it happen. Okay, I can go for the Breach now. Let's see what's in the stars for me. I'll get their Sheoldred. I'll get my Liliana. Solemn. Yeah, I'll get my Solemn. think we're good. Think we are good. And I still have this Ghost Vacuum. Sure. Honestly, I didn't play this game well. Don't mention it, I know, but just shows like this deck is quite not easy to play, but it's very straightforward and I think it's very fun to play. That's it everyone, the games are super fun. I think the deck has a lot of potential. Of course it can still be tuned in. Some cards were not as great as others. I don't know, Aclazotz was fine I think, but I don't know if it's exactly perfect in this meta. I don't know, Deadly Cover-Up versus Geek's Command, which one would be better? The Breach was okay, I'm not sure how great it was. I feel like Ugin was definitely great. The Big Liliana, I'm not sure if I wouldn't prefer to have Sheoldred or Vraska even. Some cards that could be switched on. I really like the Fleshgorger though, I think it's a nice addition. I think the removal is fine. I really like Deadly Cover-Up, overall did a good job, Sheoldred as well. But let me know what you think, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!